Um, Actually, good point. You're right. I have a little bit of a lack of human encounters these days, but also it feels like it's 40 degrees Celsius outside. So excuse me, but I can't leave my house. I have converted into a full-on cave woman. By
Oh
day on
my.
my computer, by night gaming on my computer. So this is all my
Oh
life
well.
now.
Well,
So,
it's a balmy 4 Celsius here right now, so it could be worse for you.
I don't know. It's pretty melty. I'm gonna be honest, but yeah, that's debatable, I guess, depending on how well you digest heat. But I'm more of like a vampire kind of person. So dark rooms, less light. It's just like I know I don't look the part. I'm fully aware, but I am.
Um, it is in Celsius here, it is -6 today, which I think is like 20 in Fahrenheit and I don't think we're gonna get any above freezing temperature for like 10 days. So it's
Oh.
Yeah.
And are you going a lot outside? You're meeting a lot of people?
you know me, right?
Exactly.
People, what are these?
Except for Will. Will is a total socialite, okay? So, like, I don't know what he's doing here, hanging out with all the incels, I don't know.
I'm a socialite. Well, I'm sorry. It's called income producing work managing events. That's what it's called.
We gotta love you for this. Okay, sorry, Trix. I'm hijacking your agenda. Please take it away.
No, the first item on the agenda was break the ice and have some fun. So congratulations, you accomplished it. Yay. All right. So the first thing on the agenda is that our budget proposal is live. This is extremely important because we need to see if we can reach quorum. This is a test of the DAO. Is the DAO able to reach quorum? So everybody has to get out there and they have to vote. If you haven't voted, you normally vote. If you've never even heard of voting, go vote because we need to get some numbers on this proposal.
Where do I vote?
Just cast it out into the ether. Stick your head out the window and shout really loud. It'll probably get there. Or you could follow Stella's link in the chat. That's probably easier.
Yeah, that might be easier. Also, really important for people who might be listening to this after the fact or who have not yet voted before. Actually, you need to either self-delegate, which please, it's the preferred way of doing this, or delegate to someone that you trust in the community to actually, vote in your stead. This has to happen before a proposal goes out. So once it's already live like this one and you haven't done this yet, you won't be able to vote. So do it now, but you might have to sit this one out and actually vote on the next one, okay? If you run into any trouble, just ping me on the Discord and I'm happy to help out. But yeah, please vote.
For sure. Yep, good reminder. You have to self-delegate. It is a crucial step in the process before the proposal goes live. So get out there, get your delegations on yourselves or to a trusted party if you must. And then get voting. And that kind of segues into the big discussion topic, I guess, for the conversation. We need to figure out, I think Danny has been working on trying to activate a contract that Julian, you had worked on in the past for like multi-delegations. Hey, CC. So I don't know if we want to transition to that. I don't know, Stella, you got your hand up. Did you want to jump in before we transition to that, or?
Yeah, I was on the verge of that. Just trying to say, Julian, I think, but I also saw his face. So I have a feeling he's walking through some of the messages right now that I've been spamming him with and Danny has been spamming him with. Nope. Then now is a really good time to fucking do that. Go and do that. Because we need you up to speed on this one. You're the only one who can help with this. And then there's, I don't know, Thibaut, the design iconoclast. He and we attended an Octane call last week, so maybe he wants to speak about something as well after this discussion has ended. But yeah, so essentially, Julian, you mentioned before a delegation script, and I think Danny for the longest time had a difficulty finding that one. But I think he encountered it now, which means he would probably try and make this work this week, which means we will need you probably to review that. Because right now we're a little bit crippled, to be honest. I've been trying to reach out to Henry for the token delegation, but he hasn't responded, so I will try again. And yeah, we might just come out short. Like I've stacked up again to 500,000, but we need 3 million in total to actually pass a quorum. So meaning I don't know. Actually, design iconoclast, would you be able to share with me how many tokens you owe? Maybe it's a significant enough amount for us to reach quorum. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no worries. Let me check right now. Voting power. Oh, I got 2.6K. I don't think it's gonna move the needle very much.
Oh, okay.
I'm happy to like be the
every little bit helps.
Yeah.
Yeah, every little bit helps.
Exactly.
For sure.
Okay. I'll vote. No problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
It's okay. It's okay. Good. Julian, Danny, you guys, Julian, want to first catch up on the questions? Yeah. And then, so we bench this for a second, and then maybe, how do I pronounce your name? Because I'm pronouncing it very German, Thibaut.
Yeah, that's
It's probably not how it.
that
Thibaut?
works. Yeah. Every language has been butchering it for years, so Thibaut is pretty good. Thibaut is like the proper.
Thibaut.
But
Okay.
yeah. You're doing pretty good.
Thibaut.
Like, thanks.
Okay, awesome. You wanna quickly catch everyone up on our Octane thing? I mean, it's not a big update, but I thought it was cool because you had this amazing idea, and it would be great if you could share.
Yeah. So I remember a few weeks ago, Stella mentioned you were kind of talking to Octant, and so I had a bit of time last weekend, which is quite unusual. So I spent like a few a few hours just researching Octant and see what they do and these kind of things. And I just crunched the data a little bit and just figured out that they have basically two issues. They have one. So Octane, what they do is like they incentivize people to stake their the golem tokens, and then the rewards go whether users can claim the rewards for themselves, like typical farming behavior, or they can reassign the rewards to projects that they like. So it's like kind of a Gitcoin kind of thing, but like with rewards on golem on the token. So it's kind of an interesting proposal, and it was like, oh, is it actually working? So what I discovered is actually there's two things. Is like a super high concentration of whales. So like there's like 2 or 3 whales which concentrate like most of the rewards, and those guys don't just claim, they don't donate to projects. So it's a big missed opportunity. And also there's a lot of users who also don't donate. So like the ratio of users to donators is like around 20%, 25%. So also like a huge loss for the project that they're funding. And they're funding really cool project. Like, Unlock could be part of it for sure. Like they're funding a tool project, they're funding the EAS as well. Like it's like, and the fundings are like freaking significant. Like it's like we're not talking like pocket money. So it's and I was thinking like, what's interesting, because if we help them, if we integrate with them, if we can create a membership program kind of where we can incentivize people to donate more, and it can be rewarded by like social status. So for example, if you never donate, you just bronze, but if you start donating, you can get like to silver, and then gold and platinum could be the whales, and it could have like a special program, and to each tier you can associate kind of different kind of advantages and stuff to be discussed with the Octane team to see what makes people tick. So that's what I was thinking, and then I pushed this rough idea to Stella, and Stella was like, let's go talk, listen to the town hall, and then there was no town hall. They created one especially for Stella, and then I got to pitch my thing like in a very fumbly, unprofessional way. But they seemed interested, so I put my thoughts into a like a full proposal, and still waiting to hear back from them. But I put that together on Friday, so we'll see what they say. But could be great exposure for Unlock. I think there could be like a lot of probably like around 500, 500 new contracts, recurring also revenue for the protocol as well. And I was thinking, yeah, maybe funding as well. Like if you could be selected, as one of the projects they're funding, this could be also pretty sweet. So yeah, that's where we are. So I reached out to Nico. I don't know what exactly his role is. Still, you probably know better than me. But he hasn't come back to me. But it's pretty early at the moment, so I'm gonna sit on my butt and wait for him to open his Telegram and see how it goes. Yeah. So that was Octant, basically good fit for Unlock.
That's awesome.
That's
Thanks
awesome.
for that update. Welcome, Gosman. Glad you could join us. Yeah, that's cool. Octant is definitely a very interesting project. I think a handful of us have probably had some exposure to the Octant community over the years. I think that's how some of us have even met. I forget, Stella, is that how we were introduced? Was because of Octant? No, we were in that first council together, I think. Yeah, so Stella and I actually met because of Octant.
That's actually how we met. You're right, because we were both asked to be on the community council for like one of their rounds because they wanted to optimize the flow on how people submit, and also like make evaluations more fairly, like from like a get-go perspective, right? Before actually the projects that get like pre-selected make it to the platform. I think we had our differences on how that was done, but in the end, it still there is evolution, right? And as long as things are moving forward, it's a good thing. Yeah, Nico is the community manager, just as Ceci said. Thibaut. It's T and Bo. It's not hard. And it's I know. It's in my head, Julian. It's just in my head because I feel so embarrassed to say even one word in French because I always feel French people would judge the shit out of me. I should know better, at least on this stream. And so I think let Nico do his thing. I think they have a weekly team meeting. So maybe next week, will be the official new town hall. We should join again, probably try to make time for that. And half of the letter is a good one. And because I think what Thibaut suggested is definitely different from what I had in mind when I approached James during DevConnect. But so I was seeing it. Thibaut, I never told you about this because your concept was so much better than mine. But essentially, what I saw with V2 of Octant coming is a sort of like additional protection layer with Unlock on top of the vaults. That's something where I saw Unlock coming in. So very different type of concept, and yours is so much more refined and also really speaks to the pain points of a lot of people. Like I used to be one of, before my wallet got drained, that happened. I was actually one of the bigger stakers and donors, which obviously I'm not anymore. But yeah, I also saw this like I was one of the few who actually completely donated, which I thought was like such a weird behavior to stake on a platform like this and then not donate to public goods. I don't know, like, wouldn't it be cheaper to just do some actual DeFi then, It's like, I don't know. I feel it's weird, like kind of like exploiting a platform like this, I feel it's like weird human behavior, in my personal opinion. If you're an exploiter, then just go to hyperliquid markets and, pump the shit out of that. But why then, join a system like Octant? It feels like just so misplaced. But yeah, I'm going to shut up now, and maybe we go back to the original discussion point. Sorry, Trix, and thank you, Thibault.
Yeah, no, I think it's an important thing to like understand, these projects that we're partnering with for the exact reason that you brought up. Thibault's solution that he's presenting really does like nail into the pain points that they have. And that's something that's really important for us to do as we explore ways for for Unlock to get involved in these types of larger projects that actually have the volume to make a difference for the protocol. We have to be able to understand what the pain points of these projects are so that we who understand Unlock can have a better perspective of how to help them see how to use Unlock. Some things that make sense to us because we're familiar with the protocol and what it's capable of make absolutely no sense to these other projects because they only have a very limited view of what Unlock does because of their whatever avenue of exposure they, Unlock was presented to them. But there's so many Unlock is like a crystal where there's so many different facets to look through and see the protocol inside. And depending on your perspective, it's going to look like a totally different thing. And so, yeah, I really appreciate how, you're taking the time to understand what Octant actually needs and then applying Unlock to that as a solution to that pain point. So great work. I'm excited to see where that goes. There's a really, really strong community in Octant, so hopefully they can see the value in, pursuing something with Unlock. All right. Then we also have another kind of community project update. I don't know if Danny, did you want to talk a little bit about T-Rex and the community membership testing that you were kind of looking for? Kind of explain to people what your project, where you're at with your project and what you need people to help you with?
Yeah, definitely. I'd be happy to talk a little bit about that. So, yeah, T-Rex is an event ticketing platform built on Unlock, and it's basically just created. Right now, we're focusing a lot on gaming and tournaments like that. So we've got a bunch of gaming tournaments going on. There's actually one that's happening tonight, and it's a Call of Duty mobile tournament, and another one that's probably gonna be toward the end of the week for chess players. So if you play chess online and you think you're good, we've got someone that's won twice in a row, and he's probably on a run for 5 times. That's what he said. So we're looking for someone to challenge that guy. So if you think you're pretty good and you want to test yourself, you can actually try to be part of the next one, which is going to be happening towards this weekend. But basically, T-Rex it's for all sorts of events, and it's actually going to be extending beyond that because right now we've also got a model for gaming centers, because it's actually a big thing around here where you have like console games and people would go to like these big centers where they can play games and things like that. So there's a bundle module where people can actually sell access to those gaming centers with T-Rex and things like that. So we've got lots of features on there. So really, we're just calling out to community members to head over to like T-Rex and try to play around with it. And if you've got feature requests and things that you think might be helpful, you can obviously hit me up and we can work on that. But for now, we've got a number of things up that is really cool. And when you create your events, you can actually see the metadata and things like that on OpenSea, because all of that is already hooked in. And we're really doubling down on some of the native Unlock features that people don't really know about. So yeah, that's just like a high level of what it is. And I'm happy to answer any questions you guys might have.
Awesome. Thank you. That sounds really exciting. The Call of Duty tournament is definitely a good way to get people excited and interested, especially if you have a champion who is standing at the top waiting for challengers. That's always a good enticement for the gamer. I'm sure you'll probably get some interest from the community on that. But I love that you're bringing this project to the community, because that's such a powerful part of being a community, is that you have a captive audience of people who, you can tap into for kind of bringing more attention to these things, whether or not you want to be involved as a community member, or you just might know somebody who might want to be involved. Spread the word, and let's get some traffic going through Unlock through these activities that, our members are organizing. And, if you have your own event that you want to host, maybe try giving T-Rex a shot and, use that platform to tap into Unlock to manage your event, and then give some feedback. Feedback is the most crucial part of developing projects in this stage. We need people to test things, try things, look at it from their perspective, and then bring that back and share it with, the people that are building it. So, let's help Danny out. He's really put in a lot of work on this. Every time I look at it, it's really, really impressive. So give it a shot. And if you think you've got some Call of Duty skills, it sounds like you need to show up and prove it. Stella.
Yeah, also on this. Wait, are we already there? We're at community projects exposure, right? Okay.
Yes.
Again, it has nothing to do with Unlock, but everything with the same audience that Unlock has. So creatorpricing.com, my new little tool. I built it, and it's an online tool to help you create your baselines as a creator. And lucky for me, a good friend came back this morning and he sent me a bunch of feedback. So I'm going to implement that feedback, especially for like the mobile usage of the tool. Already made some optimizations last week. I'm still figuring out how to make the favicon and the crawler banner work. I still have no idea. Working on that, because the graphics exist, but I don't know how to incorporate them. But yeah, anyways, if you have any recommendations, or you just want to try out the tool to start pricing yourself better and more consciously, I want to say, then feel free to use this. Self-promotion, yay, done. And then back from self-promotion to discussing token delegation to DAO members. Julian, have you had a chance to read up on my message and on Danny's message?
I read on Danny's messages. I showed him the link of where the contract for the community delegation is. It doesn't have a front end though, so I think yes. I think he said, I'll move forward with this, test and deploy. If everything checks out, I'll verify the contract and create the PR for a DAO proposal to delegate some tokens to the stewards using it. So yeah, I think hopefully Danny can take it from here, and so that would be amazing.
Awesome. Okay, cool. Sounds good. Sounds we're up to something.
Yes.
Because we certainly need this to work. I think, although, who knows? By the way, still too many people who have delegated their tokens to my old wallet. That's not functioning anymore. Please, please, please stop delegating to that wallet. It doesn't even have my ENS domain anymore, okay? And instead delegate it then to my new wallet that actually has the ENS domain. I don't know, but please stop delegating tokens to me and undelegate. Thank you.
Yeah, it'd be interesting if Tally has any ideas about this problem, because it can't be a unique problem for organizations to have this kind of thing happen. So it might be something that's at some point, maybe we can kind of provide them with a little bit of a summary of the struggle that this caused for us, just for their edification. But yeah, by all means, let's continue to push out the word. If you know people who don't necessarily regularly listen to this space, reach out to your fellow community members, and we need this to go viral within the Unlock community, because it is actually a significant problem. So let's try to push some buttons, and poking our friends is an important part of community. Not everybody can just always be perpetually online and aware of everything that's happening. So when something important is happening, we need to be willing to go poke our friends and not be offended when we get poked by our friends, because this is what makes a community work. So let's be diligent about that and see if we can kind of move the needle on some of these delegations, so we can actually get some votes passed, because that's how DAOs need to work. Yeah, does anybody else have any community updates? Or I don't know if Julian or Cece, you got anything that you want to share with the group?
Hi,
No,
GM. Oh, yes, go ahead, Stella, after me.
No, you go first. I go.
Yeah, we need to hear from you, Cece.
Yeah. Today we have coordinated some stuff around some collaborations that we had pending, like Cello collaboration that we are working on, and also a new collaboration with well, not new collaboration, but a new appearance with C3 community, where we will also share our opportunities and challenges, and also our experiences making the community work, and how people can engage contributing to the DAO, and how this have resulted in this past year. So that's something that we will be doing in the next C3 session that we'll have. So that's exciting too. As also we are promoting not only Unlock as a DAO, but also the community members that are already contributing, and definitely we are so grateful for that, because with them is what Unlock does best, work as a community tool. And that's from marketing side.
Awesome. Thank you. Excited to hear about those collaborations continuing to move forward. Great organizations to work with. So I'm excited that is continuing to be fruitful. Thank you for always being on top of those things and helping Unlock, just be out there in the world and be heard and seen for what we're doing. Exactly. All right, Stella, back to you.
Cece deserves,
Awesome. I think Will has his hand raised also.
Oh yeah, Will.
Yes, thank you.
Go first, Will.
No, Stella, I insist. You had your hand up first.
Everyone's so polite today. I was about to say Cece deserves, tons and tons of people who do this. Like, yay. Because she does awesome job. Oh, yeah, okay. Julian, do you remember when you first helped me figure out my wallet drain situation and how to recover some of these assets? And we talked about this website that was supposed to help me recover some of my assets, but then we figured out it's a non-functional website anymore, right?
Yeah, I think I looked at it. I mean, yes.
Yeah, like in the shadows of your brain,
Yes.
You somehow remember?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So, after I've been with the Alana website and the new Alana magazine website, which of course is going to use Unlock again, right? I figured out how to use Reown, how to install, the app kit stuff and everything through wipe coding. So I was thinking if, and the script for this website, it's online, right? It's free, it's open source. So I fed that to my AI, and I was thinking,
fix it.
Why don't I try and make that website again and make it work, right? Because It's a really valuable tool, not just for me, because, not just my personal wallet got drained, but also one of the Alana ones, which means there's still a bunch of assets I need to recover. And I was thinking maybe I first try to recover them myself by doing that, right? So I'm putting some of my, I'm compartmentalizing a lot these days, but I'm putting some of my brain juices towards making that crypto rescue buddy work. That's what it's gonna be called. I know it's a very creative name, and if of course I'm going to test it on my own wallet first, right? Obviously, actually first a test wallet on testnet to see if it really works, and then I will go and if that works, do it with my compromised one. If it actually does work, then I will bring it back to the community. If I can't make it work, then obviously no promises. But I thought, it was too bad when we were looking into like a way to easily rescue some of my specifically sentimental assets or even the NS domains. It really required Julian and another like white hat hacker to, you know, put real energy towards this, which I feel is crazy in this age and day. Like it should be just an app, right? We are developing apps for like what, everything, right? So why are we not doing it there? And then I was thinking, and this is where Unlock comes in, like when you actually manage to rescue your assets, wouldn't it be cool to get like a receipt of that? Yeah, like how can I say, like a summary of what has been rescued, put that in a JSON and attach it essentially to an Unlock certificate. So I'm not quite sure how to make that part yet work, but that would be the ultimate version of it. Anyway, shutting up now.
I think it's a great idea. I like that a lot. That sounds pretty fun. It'd be interesting to see what that primitive, kind of does, what people like ideas that people come up with, what to do with that, but just a valuable kind of archive, if nothing else. Receipts are meaningful in that regard. So I think it's a cool idea. Will.
Totally. Would love that. Also, for my case, because I have already another, like, quite some time ago, had wallet that I would love still to recover some of those.
Yeah, I think by the time that we're all done with this crazy adventure that we call blockchain life, we're all going to have at least one wallet that got hacked somewhere. I mean, and maybe not all of our primary wallets that we take good care of, but it's inevitable that some wallet somewhere is going to get. I probably have wallets that I forgot about that somebody's hacked. It's just going to happen. But we won't dwell on that because this is a fun space. So, Will, what do you got for us?
Yeah, I think very necessary, Stella. So run with it. Whatever you can do, run with it. Use your vibe coding skills. I know you got them. Anyways, community updates. So KF Media made the public goods news cycle this week from Karma on the updates that we put on our Learn for Impact program, which does include Unlock. I'll get there in a second. So Karma is our official reporting mechanism and our source of truth for all the activity and all of our programs that we have at KF Media. I don't know, Julian, I don't think you're on the last call, so maybe you didn't get this update, but we facilitated the Tree Gens Ambassador Program, at least the initial interest so far, which resulted in minting 244 unique keys with a total of 247 keys on Base Network. And that is reflective in our reporting that we provided to Karma, to our Karma page. Additionally, this will translate into 100 EDU certificates created via Unlock on the Base Network as well. Learners are going through the quizzes now, and so you should be seeing that activity start to perpetuate out there in the coming weeks. So yeah, and we've decided on a design, Stella, and that's half the work, right? So we already got a design for the imagery. I would say just a bit of feedback. And I don't know if this is different from the events, but it looks like the Unlock certs require an image size of 500 by 500 pixels. And that may be a little tough to accommodate like a banner image like you'd see on X or something like that. So just want to put that feedback out there. I don't know if that can be adjusted or not.
That's good feedback. Thanks. And yeah, I second the design on iconoclast suggestion down there. Share some user feedback. You're getting a lot of activity, Will, which is fantastic. So glad that you are pushing this and bringing Unlock into the success that KF Media is experiencing. So thank you for that, and congratulations for all your hard work. We're getting to that next plateau. But yeah, definitely, if you get feedback from people as they're experiencing it, that would be very useful, for the Unlock DAO to review as well. So, yeah, Stella.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. I was about to say, please don't forget to vote. Sorry, I'm pushing this one. I know. As soon as this vote opens, please make sure to vote. Thibaut, 2,600 better than 0, so please vote. Also,
I will.
Thank you. Also, I was going to quickly report two things, because maybe Julia, you already saw this referral fee thing that I linked you with. Okay, cool, very awesome. And there was another issue with the bot, and someone could not enter, and then they could enter. I don't know if there was another update or anything. Maybe, like, I will keep you posted if there are other complaints about the Discord bot. So far, there haven't been. But if there is another one, I might just reach out again. But I think for now, I think we're probably good. I invited Disky.eth. I was hoping they would come and share. We'll be joining next week. Okay, so they will share what they've been building next week, but you can take a look at it in our showcase channel. And did we talk, Ceci, did you already talk about Incented? Yeah, you did, right? Sorry.
No, I didn't talk about incentive, but yeah, let's cover that out.
Yeah, just a quick note. So this is our discussion chat about Incented. We're essentially intending to do like some of the future marketing this year with them, in the sense of you guys getting rewarded with USDC for making cool content, which I think is pretty awesome. And at the same time, growing your own knowledge around Unlock Protocol. And anyways, point is, I shared the discussion thread in the channel. Please take a look. I know Jonathan already commented. Lucent was early in a marketing call as well. He already commented. Gossman, I tagged you. Please take a look at this proposal. It's very important. Louis, also, if you want, please check it out. Because I think this is potentially something that like helps us to not be bottlenecked with steward roles, because steward roles, while they help with transitioning, there's still a little bit of a bottleneck on the decentralization of a community and a protocol, right? In a good way, but sometimes also in a bad way, because they don't have endless time and capacity either to, for example, evaluate good content and give feedback on content that is being created, and so on and so forth. So Incentive can potentially help us overcome that part of the struggle and do it in a pretty meaningful way. So please take a look at that proposal. I'm not saying this because I co-authored this, but it's a really good proposal. Please look at it, share your comments. And then I think as soon as we have resolved the delegation stuff, we will actually put this up and a few others. So there might be, a period of time, but we will warn you, where there are a little bit much proposals like being pumped out one after another, right? So be prepared for that period, because we have some of them being piled up at the moment, right? But yeah, I think I have nothing more to say. This is it.
For now. We won't hold you to that indefinitely. We'll wait a few minutes, a few seconds, and see if something else comes up. But I do want to reiterate how significant of an opportunity this incentive program is. It might not seem like a big opportunity right now because it's in the early proposal stage, and it's hard to conceptualize what this means at this kind of a stage. But I strongly encourage you to go take a look at this proposal and learn a little bit about what's happening with the incentive program, because it will be a very unique opportunity for your voice to become significant within the DAO. This will directly shape the messaging that Unlock is sending out on their social platforms. And the whole point is that we want that message to be reflective of the entire community, not just a few people. Even though we really highly value and trust the taste and influence of our leaders, the goal is for the community to be involved in this process and for Unlock to be a reflection of that entire community. So that's what the purpose of this incentive program is. So go read the proposal and think about like how much you want to be involved in shaping the narrative of Unlock as we go forward, as a DAO this year. This kind of opportunity doesn't come around in DAOs all the time. This is a very new kind of approach, and it provides an opportunity for a lot of agency for members to really feel like their voice is significant. So if you have an interest in this is your opportunity to really step up and get involved. Cece.
Yes, I agree 100% with that perspective and view about this proposal. Also, take note that this kind of proposal is very much focused on video content creation, which is something like very new in our space too. So that's also a really good opportunity to strengthen skills, to share in your experience as a content creator, as a community member, or maybe as a community lead. Maybe you have your own community and you are using Unlock, or you are willing to use Unlock, and you can start like experimenting with it and sharing your experiences experimenting with it, which is a really great point of view that I think would be also very valuable to be shared, not only on TikTok, but maybe you have other social media platforms that you are engaged to, and that's a great opportunity too. So take a read, share your feedback. If you have maybe any other comment that you would like to be addressed, please share it in the chat so we can move along with the proposal and incorporate things that really are strong and can benefit the community. And let's go.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, this is exciting. Well, this is kind of the end of the agenda. If anybody else has any final words, feel free to raise your hand. I do want to kind of put out an invitation for people. We're focusing on community spotlights, in these calls to a certain degree. I mean, keeping up with DAO operations is an important part of these calls, but also calling attention to what is happening in our community is crucially important. So if you're doing something that isn't actually actively developing Unlock, but is just using the protocol, that's what we want to hear about. There's space in this call every week for you to come and share how you're using the protocol. It doesn't have to be huge. You don't have to have hundreds of, locks getting put in. But if you have ideas on things that you're experimenting with that doesn't fall into content creation or, technical development, but rather just something that matters to you, we want to hear about it and showcase it so other people can see just the numerous ways that Unlock can be used, because it really is a sandbox to play in, and we want to know what sandcastles you're building. So come and share them with us. And with that, I think that's that wraps it up. No more hands. So thanks everybody for joining. It's been fantastic to see and hear from all of you. And I look forward to catching you all next week. So get into the forums, check out remember, you have to actually click on the DAO forum link in Discord. You can't just trust it to populate new stuff for you. It hides it. So click the DAO forum channel and go see what's in there and comment and participate. That's where the fun stuff is happening. You're missing out if you're not in there. All right. Well, thanks everybody and have a great week.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a great week.
You Discord. Ciao.
Bye.
Bye, guys.